Countable and uncountable nouns. You might think nouns are so basic, but they are the building blocks of a sentence since they connect and agree with verbs and other expressions of quantity. In this video, we will review the main aspects of countable and uncountable nouns and some of the expressions of quantity that go together with these nouns. Let's review. A countable noun is something that can be broken down into separate countable units. For example, email. This word can be made plural. For example, emails. An uncountable noun is something that cannot be counted because it is a whole unit. For example, junk mail. This word cannot be made plural. As mentioned earlier, determining the correct form of the noun from the beginning is important, since it matches with your verbs, your articles, and other expressions of quantity. For example, many junk mails are filling up my inbox. The sentence now contains 3 errors because the writer assumed junk mail was countable. The sentence should be, a lot of junk mail is filling up my inbox. So how do you know about if a noun is countable or uncountable? Emails and junk mail are similar things, so why aren't they both countable or uncountable nouns? A lot of times you might know already from reading or hearing people use the noun again and again, so it's almost like instinct to you, like emails are or junk mail is. But if you find some new nouns and are not sure, this video will give you some general rules to help you predict if the noun is countable or uncountable. And every dictionary will let you know because they will list the nouns as C or NC. And if you are still not sure, just ask someone. No one will mind. Let's look at countable nouns in a little more detail. Some rules for countable nouns. They can be singular or plural. Laptop, laptops. When singular, they must have a determiner in front of it, like an article, a quantifier, or a possessive pronoun. A copy is on your desk. When plural, they will be marked with an S, ES, or IES, depending on their spelling. For more on this, see the next submodule, Plurals. Use a plural count noun to make generalizations. Projects can be a good way to develop new skills. And please keep in mind that there are some nouns that also have an irregular plural form, such as criterion, criteria. On the other hand, rules for non-count nouns include they cannot use the articles a or an. However, they can use the if the noun being referred to is specific. The equipment has been set up. They can also use no article if what is being referred to is general and not specific. Doctors use medical equipment. For more on this, please see the submodule articles. They cannot take a plural form, so we use singular verbs with non-count nouns. The mail is on your desk. There are some helpful ways to categorize non-count nouns. Abstractions: information, knowledge, progress, value. Groups of items: clothing, baggage, equipment, mail, machinery, technology. Fluids, solids, gases, particles. Gasoline, oil, wood, steel, smog, oxygen, nitrogen, sand, dust. Natural occurrences: radioactivity, electricity, gravity, heat, weather. Sports and activities: traveling, studying, reading, networking. Languages: Arabic, German, Punjabi, Vietnamese. Academic subjects: electrical engineering, chemistry, computer science, marketing. There may be a few exceptions where an uncountable noun can take a plural verb. For example, goods. The goods are produced in the USA. There may also be a small number of uncountable nouns that look plural but take a singular verb. For example, electronics or hydraulics. Some nouns can be countable and uncountable, but the meaning may change slightly. In the uncountable form, the noun will refer to the whole idea or quantity. For example, the abstraction value. Value as an uncountable noun may signify relative worth or importance. We debated the value of a good education. The countable meaning of value refers to your ideas about what is right or wrong. Some values important to my culture are family, religion, and money. And as a countable noun in the field of computer science, value is usually a number, a single character or a string of characters. In art, in its uncountable form, it is how light or dark something is. So, how about in your field? What does value mean? And is it used countably or uncountably? Check the vocabulary in your discipline to determine how specific nouns are used. Expressions of quantity. These are expressions that can add information about the number or amount of the noun. Some quantifiers can only be used with singular countable nouns. For instance, another, one, every, each. Like, each report must be completed within a week. Others can only be used with countable plural nouns. For instance, both, a couple of, a few, several, many, and a number of. A few individuals will report on their progress. Others can only be used with uncountable nouns. A little, much, a great deal of. There is not much agreement amongst the team. And still others with both countable and uncountable nouns. Some, a lot of, plenty of, most, all. We have plenty of resources and plenty of time. And if you want to specify amounts for uncountable nouns like fluids, solids, gases, and particles, we will use words of measurement like an item of news, a kilo of sand, a barrel of oil, or a container of crates. And that's it. Remember, the most important thing is to find out how specific words are used in your discipline and then find out if their form is countable or uncountable before you use them in your writing or speaking. Thanks for listening.